Hello everybody and welcome to my first video. In today's video, I'm going to be decorating Raymond's house and his yard, basically his exterior, and yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to record the process, and maybe if you have Raymond, you might get a couple ideas as well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's get into it. So to start off, I kind of just laid everything out. I guess I'll tell you a little bit about my island to start with. So my island is kind of like fairy core. It was originally going to be city core, but I decided to go more fairy core, and then it's also like a bit of my own personal aesthetic choices. And so Raymond's is kind of, I was trying to go fairy core, but also there were some items that I thought fit him really well that wouldn't necessarily be considered fairy core, so it's kind of just a random mixture of cores. I basically just laid all of the items out, and I picked a few of them. I didn't use all of them, obviously. The one thing I really wanted to use was waterfalls behind it. Something that I do all throughout my island is I do a lot of waterscaping. I think that's one of the most fun things for me to do in the game. And it always looks super nice, so I did some of that behind his house and off to the side, but I didn't want to go too overboard and do 3 layers of waterfalls, so it's kind of a bit reserved. This video is kind of just you'll get to see me just testing random stuff out, because I ended up doing it one way and then kind of getting rid of all that stuff and redoing it. So you get to see that process, my artistic process. So I gave him kind of a small plot. I don't know, I don't want to give too big areas for my villagers' yards. I don't want it to feel too open. I kind of want it to feel busy and there's a lot of little spots and small spots that you can go into. That's kind of the thing I'm going for on my island. So I kept his yard pretty small, and it's right next to the museum, which I thought was kind of fitting because Raymond's I don't know, museum core. So another thing that I think about a lot when I'm doing stuff like this is I think about the fences. For this build, I went with the hedges, and the hedges look super cool basically all the time, but my island is also supposed to be optimized for the winter. I use some pathing that I think looks really cool with the snow. So you'll see at the end of the video I time travel to show you what it looks like with the snow, because that's kind of what I was going for from the beginning. And the hedges look super cool in the snow, I think, because they match the trees. You'll see Sky in the background throughout the video. She's just singing her heart out while I'm doing this build, but it's okay. Just pretend she isn't there. Even though she's an icon, she needs to have her moment. I'm weirdly obsessed with the vending machine item. Even though I'm not doing city core anymore, I think it's one of my favorite items for some reason, so I use it a lot. So I used it in this one. I did a black vending machine just to give it that town vibe. Raymond has to have a piano because he's super classy. He's a classic guy. So I gave him a nice white piano, and I kind of went for a white and black color aesthetic, which means that I used the white Nova lights because those are some of my favorite items. They're all over my island. So I gave him the white ones because I thought they would match really well with what I have going on with his yard. Raymond's house is white, black, and green, so that's kind of something that was in the back of my mind while I did this. Yeah. I think it turned out pretty cute. I'm not a huge fan. This is definitely not one of my favorite builds that I've done on my island. I think it's good, but there's nothing really wrong with it. I think it looks fine. It's just not super exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe to me because I'm going to try to make more videos as frequently as possible. This was really fun to make. Yeah, and I'm really excited to show a lot of the other parts of my island because I've been working pretty hard on them. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye!